Have you ever thought about painting and you said, oh, I can't even draw a straight line? Well, I'm here today to share with you on how to get started painting. I know sometimes it can seem daunting, it can seem like unrealistic at the moment, but painting is a really wonderful activity for relaxation, and you can also do it for your own enjoyment, or you can make money at it, just depending upon how much time you put into it. And it's not that hard. Anyone can do it. I'm going to give you a few simple pointers on how to get started. I've been painting since I was 25 years old. My problem was someone told me it was a waste of time, and I actually believed them and stopped painting. But later on I decided, yes, I want to paint. And this is my 5th semester at NIC, and I love it. I don't care what anybody else thinks. I'm enjoying myself. First thing you need to do is to buy supplies, and paintbrushes is a good place to start. You can buy them online from dickblix.com or Daniel Smith in Seattle. They're online, or you can go right to your local Michaels. And Michaels will help you with the different brushes that you need. You can start with a couple simple brushes, a round brush, a flat brush, or a bright, and they'll explain to you in the store what those are. But those are the simple ones to get started. There's a lot of price ranges in buying brushes. You can buy a kit that comes for $5.95, or you can buy clear up to $900 for one brush. But you want to get brushes that are around $10 to start with. Quality brushes that aren't going to fall apart when you're painting. Nothing is more distressing than to take your paintbrush and go across your canvas and see the whole paintbrush has fallen apart in your paint. Been there, done that. So now the next thing you need to do is studio equipment. You have to decide if you're going to have an easel or not. You can buy a table easel, or you can buy a full-size easel, or if you just want to try this out, push your desk against the wall and prop your painting up against your wall. Whatever way, there's always a way. The biggest thing is starting. You can say you're going to do it for the next 100 years and never do a thing, but you just need to start. We have canvases. That's the next thing on your list that you would like to buy. It would be either, you can start out with the pre-done canvases that have the white gesso. That's a finish that makes it sealed. Or you can start on a board that you buy at Home Depot, and you'll have to buy the gesso and paint it yourself. And there'll be instructions on the back, but usually it's 2 coats of gesso on your board, and allow 3 hours between coats for it to dry. Now that you've found what you need to start, let's talk about your workspace. You need a comfortable place where the lighting is good and that you're going to feel alive, that you're going to have time to sit down and just dabble and fiddle around and not be interrupted. You want to have your easel set up, your paint set up in a manner that are easy for you to use. You don't want distractions. Some people like to listen to music, and whether it's rock music or easy listening, that's up to you. I myself prefer peace and quiet, and after a while I start humming my own little tunes, and that's when I get into my place. So you've learned about all these things, and you're set up. Well, let's paint. There's several ways to approach painting. First of all, you need to select a subject. You need to think about this. Think about what would make a good painting. There's lots of things on the internet that you can look at to inspire you, that if you want to go that way, or just think about it, dream about it, and decide, gee, this sounds like a fun subject. You can take a sketchbook, and you can make your drawings in your sketchbook and decide that way. You can make a whole sketch, and maybe you only pick one little corner to paint. But that is what your heart is going to go to and say, ah, that's it. This is an aha moment. There's also different ways that you can do. How about just starting and slapping that paint on that canvas? After all, whatever goes on that canvas can be wiped off, scraped off, or painted over. You're not a slave to this. The biggest thing is just having confidence in what you're doing and not being afraid. Afraid is not part of our vocabulary. So There's lots of tricks to painting, but you know, you just have to start. I want you to love painting, and I want you to learn it's not difficult, and I want you to have a good time. We've gone over equipment and supplies. We've learned how to decide what to paint. We want to learn that you have to be clean and safe, because some of these chemicals and some of these paints are poisonous, and you need to wear gloves. You need to be cautious, and don't have the paint all over you. That's so unprofessional. Be neat and clean. Keep your focus and have fun. You have the basics now, so let's make it happen. You know, 20 years later, you don't want to say, oh, I wished I'd learned to paint, or I wished I'd learned to do something with the paints. But today's the day. Today's the day you start. All you have to do is start and have fun.